What's up, guys? Welcome in. Happy Friday. What's up? What's up? Can you guys hear me okay? Someone give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me okay. Nice. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. Again, coming to you from the hotel room today. Little little staycation up here in Midway, Utah. Love it up here. Very, very great. Okay, so you're going to hear the market bell open right now. Have no fear, we are not going to be taking any trades for the first 15 minutes. If you guys do, for those who are in our community, um, let us know. But guys, welcome in. We would like to welcome as well a bunch of our 3-day live trading members. Very excited to have you guys here. We've just wrapped up our 3-day live trading kind of classes, and now we're rocking with our live trading session. Always record it, guys. Okay, so a few things as we get going. Number one, welcome to our live training members. Appreciate you being here. So a lot of people who, this is their first interaction or access to Uncommon. I'd like to welcome, obviously, all of our Mastermind members, live trading members. If you guys do have any profits today outside of trading with me, feel free to throw it in the chat and get everyone hyped. Would love to see that. I know a lot of you do well trading that first little bit. So let's do a quick little review of what's going on. And then again, I'll kind of set the stage for what we're going to do after these first 15 minutes. So a lot of similar charts today set up. Again, if you're here from the 3-day live challenge, good chance you're not going to know everything that's going on, and you're not supposed to. So that's okay. AMD, okay, obviously we're seeing a lot of weakness right now, right? Big sell-off yesterday. You can see we're trying to recover here. I'm really interested to see, number one, if we reject off this pre-market high, if we get up there, or this previous day low, or a potential break below this pre-market low, okay? Kind of the same setup on SPY as well, as we're seeing SPY start to break below here. And then Amazon, okay? Similar setup here on Amazon as well. So those are the three that we sent out as potential plays we're going to be watching. That's kind of what we're looking at. Kind of a whatever you want to call it. Additional setup is Apple. I believe it was holding up a little bit stronger than some of the other stocks. So could be looking at Apple calls. But again, for the most part, we're going to look at SPY, AMD, and Amazon this morning. Okay. All right. So for those who were here for the first, time, 3-day live trading challenge, a few things I want to go over with you. Number one is please don't trade today. If this is your first experience, you're not ready. I know you learned a lot over the last couple of days, but we're not ready to be doing any type of live trading yet for you guys. So I have to advise you not to take any trades. Second is what you're going to see and what we're going to talk about today. You may not understand fully everything that's going on, and that's okay. You're not supposed to, right? But we do have so many cool things happening within the community and ways that you can learn with us. And so I'm going to actually send right now. So I'm pulling this up. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, boom. Boom. I'm going to send to the chat right now. Violetta with 46% on AMD first candle. Let's go. That's awesome. I just sent into the chat. Sorry, let me send it again. So I need to send it to everyone. Just send in the chat if you want to book a call, okay, and learn more about what we do here at Uncommon Education Trading, whether with our Mastermind program that's coming up actually on the 17th, or our blueprint, anything of that regard, you can book a call with myself, one of our team members, with the link I just sent in. Okay, so that's first off. If you guys stay to the end of this, whether we take a trade or we don't, we're going to do a quick review and a little Q&A for you guys as well. So please stick around for that. And then, yeah, if there's anyone in the chat who is a Mastermind member who had a good experience that wants to share, like Gavin, right? He's obviously a fan of the Mastermind program. Feel free to send into the chat here so we can see. Very cool to see someone already with a 46% win, though. That's awesome. Not surprising. We have a pretty cool first candle strategy. And then again, that book a call link is there for those who want to book a call and are interested. Okay. Chandler, 20% win on NVIDIA. So what that means, guys, is if If Violetta entered, let's say, with $100 on AMD, or let's use something a little better, like $1,000 on AMD, she would have just made $460. Chandler, if he entered with $1,000, he would have just made $200. Okay, in less than 5 minutes since the market's been open. Pretty cool. Okay, implementing the strategies that we teach. I like to wait the first 15 minutes, especially when we're doing this, because we want to be able to uh, talk through things a little bit. Apple, 34%. Congrats. Ricky G, 1,300 on the first candle. Have been trading with Uncommon for a couple years, and this is my life. Ricky G makes a lot of money trading with us, guys. He's the man. Great friend. By the way, Ricky, congrats on the Dodgers win again, my friend. One of my favorite World Series I've ever watched. Ryan Wakeham, another great, great friend. Mastermind is totally worth it. Take the time, learn the skill properly. It will change your life. I agree. Definitely do the mastermind. Thanks, Nathan. All right. So for those who were on the live session, again, kind of starting to look like maybe a little bit of a rally-based rally happening here. Kind of wait and see what happens these next few candles. 350 futures from Eric, one of my oldest friends here in the group, actually. We grew up together. Let's go, Eric. 42% on AMD from C Wood. That's huge. Again, that's $420 if you enter with $1,000. 5 minutes into the market. Imagine that. People haven't even left for work yet, and he's made what most people make in a day. How cool is that? All right, so keeping an eye again. SPY, AMD. Wow, big rejection there on AMD. I like that. Tempted to just slap some puts right there because of that good rejection. Didn't get an interaction with the previous day high. And again, I'm going to be pretty conservative today with our folks, our live trading folks. But from the 3-day live challenge. Mastermind is life-changing and valuable. Thanks, April. Appreciate you. We'll see, though. AIM or SPY may just continue down here. Again, AMD looking nice. Gave us that good flush right off the bat. Again, no real entry criteria from our strategies, but more so just an obvious rejection, weakness in the market, right? A few ways that we could have gone about that. Let's go back to Apple as well. I know Apple had a little bit of that relative strength to start, kind of trying to bounce there. Again, we never want to enter just on an initial break. Ideally, we get some type of pullback here. We've got room on SPYs. You can see all the way down to the 663.19. So in a perfect world, we get a decent little bounce here. Some type of retest up in this round before we push back down. But who knows? If it just drops all the way down and we miss it, that's okay too. Want to have good risk management. Okay. Kind of keeping an eye. Again, I like to wait those first 15 minutes, kind of see what's going on, see price and volume and interaction with these key levels. It's been an incredible 3-day event and session. I'm really excited. For those who got those emails, someone got 21% QQ puts. Amazing. Carolyn, thank you for the awesome recommendation here. That's awesome. So you guys can see I haven't even taken a trade yet, and all these members are taking trades and making money of their own accord, right? It's their skill. They know it. Again, Brian, 40% on SPY. So cool. Jessica, yeah, can't wait to have you in. It's going to be great. Again, what we're going to be looking at, 37% on SPY. Let's go. Again, what they're doing, guys, is most likely these people are taking these puts down. Again, beautiful move to the downside here. Got no clear entry for us based on the strategy we've been teaching, but we can see the support area that we failed to get below, and then we did get below, kind of like a break retest confirmation strategy right on that first candle. Not a bad setup at all. Okay. Again, you can see AMD, same thing, giving us a decent little push here. And then we've got Amazon breaking below. Trying to see if we can get some type of interaction that resembles a strategy that I can show you guys. And if not, we'll just keep seeing all these members pour in their profits and be stoked for them. What else, guys? What else? Well, the market has been awesome for the last long while. Yeah, the fib's awesome. Let's see, Nisha, 32%, John, 52%. Let's go. Market's been very good, very volatile. It's such a good market to day trade. We get a lot of good follow-through moves. It's a lot of fun. So you guys are learning a great skill set, a great time. Again, guys, Apple, like I said, this was kind of on watch. We're seeing some relative strength. I'm not seeing any other stocks really bouncing at all, right? Other than Apple. Okay. Netflix kind of moving. I don't like Netflix premiums on a Friday. So I am watching Apple. If we can get a good recovery candle here, see what volume does, maybe get a break above this, could be an opportunity for calls on Apple. I'm going to load some up just in case here. On Apple, guys, I like the 270 calls. Again, if you're here for the first time with our 3-day live trading challenge, you may not know what's going on. That's okay. But again, watching these Apple 270 calls, we just got a nice reclaim of the EMAs there. Wasn't a big, strong candle, but you can see, kind of that initial push down. Kind of swept the high here, but also swept the low here. So that's what I think, SPY gives us some type of pullback here. I think Apple has an opportunity, right? I think Apple has an opportunity. For those who are trading with me, I am going to be trading with roughly, one contract per position right now, obviously small, but it's going to be about a 25-ish% stop loss. And for those who are here for the first time, I can't guarantee that any trades we take today are going to be winners or losers. Obviously, getting access to our live trading session is designed to help you see how to implement the strategies we teach. Getting a nice little bounce here on Apple. Might be taking these again. The Apple 270 calls just for the relative strength and the reclaim on this candle. Swept the low here, pushed up. Want to enter maybe closer to this EMA level. Might take a high risk call if we can continue to hold this EMA, try to push up into the high of day. Let's see how it interacts here though. I'm still keeping an eye on the side chart on AMD, on SPY, and Amazon. AMD trying to pull back a little bit here. Maybe good for a rally base right to the downside. Again, we're starting to, we're trying to hold here. I might take one again. We get this reclaim. It's a good, kind of risk to reward here if we do hold. I'm trying to get that best entry. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and take a trade here, just if nothing else, to be able to take a trade with everyone live, kind of show the importance of risk management and, to see if we can't get a move. Again, 25% is going to be roughly what my max drawdown is going to be. Willing to take a few losses as well, small losses to, see if we can't get a good move. Reasons for taking this: big recovery candle on candle two. SPY, after its initial drop, it, kind of having an opportunity to pull back. So kind of saying, cool, if this is holding up on Apple, holding those EMAs, and we're getting SPY to pull back, maybe we can't get, a little move here on Apple up to the next key level or the high of day at this point. As always, guys, with any of our trades that we take, feel free to take profits as you please. You can see we're up about 3% right now, nothing crazy. I'll also add this in so you can see what's going on here. Again, want to take some trades just so you guys can see how to actually execute it, get in and out. May not be a perfect setup, but I like our reasoning here. Reason for entry right at those EMAs. Again, relative strength on the stock from, pre-market. Obviously, if we close below, we'll get out, or if we hit our max stop loss, we'll also get out. Seeing if we can't hold though, get a little bit of a move up. Okay, more than happy to take a second and third trade as well. Again, guys, please position size small with it being Friday. Friday things move always very, very quick. You can see drawdown happening right now. Right in that 20% realm. If we hit 25%, I will be out and move on. Okay. Look for the next best setup. Seeing if it can hold that EMA. We've got just over, minute and a half left on this candle. Okay, a little bit of a push down there. Watching it close. Don't want to get, caught in a bad trade. Again, if things move quick on Friday, again, that's why we position size small. I like the relative strength on Apple, but so far failing to hold that EMA. Again, 25%, that's kind of my max loss. We experience losses together. We experience wins together. As you guys saw, we see a lot of wins that have come through this morning. This may not be one. We'll see. We will see. 22%, getting close to our stop loss realm. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and exit there at 24%. Okay, 24% loss. We're out. So for those watching, again, from our 3-day live challenge, you just saw an example of, you know, an entry, right? Close to our reason for entry. Wanted to kind of play that relative strength. Didn't get the follow through. We had about a 3%, positive move on it. No stress. We get out, no harm, no foul. It's a huge part of trading, right? It's being able to exit quickly for a loss. Yeah, I know. Apple looks strong. I think it's got the possibility. But again, exit for a loss, got no problem. We can wait for the next best setup. Okay. Let's go back to our setups from this morning. So we've got SPY here, right? Those first initial two candles down. This is a little bit stronger than a base candle. So I would say let's wait for a little bit of a pullback here. See if we can't get some type of move. I do like this reclaim on AMD, kind of this engulfing candle here on AMD, but again, on volume a little bit low. So not getting too, aggressive here. Want to see maybe a rejection that we can really identify. Again, probably looking to take one more trade. And if it's another small loss, no stress. Try to get a bigger move than what we just had on our loss. Again, good risk management is key. I can't tell you how many people think trading is just you got to win, you got to win. Yes, you have to win, but you've got to be good at losing too. You've got to be disciplined with your stop loss. So you guys just saw how we had in place a stop loss at 25%. We got down to it. Move on, right? No stress, no worry. We don't judge any trade on, one specific trade. We also don't, on any given week. We like to look in months, right? And month to month, we've been doing awesome. Okay. The cool thing about that too is it should show you guys it's as risky as you want it to be, right? So for, that contract I got in at what, a dollar 20-ish and a 25% loss from there. I mean, it's like a $30 loss, right? It's no big deal. Like it doesn't have to be as risky as you want it to be. Okay. Again, guys, if you have any questions regarding the mastermind, go ahead and book a call. I just sent the link again. You can book a call. We can give you all the info there as far as price, how long it is, all those types of things. Okay. So again, let's go back to AMD here. Again, we see AMD with that reclaim kind of creating an opening range. And as you guys know, if you have access to our 15-minute opening range, we are looking and we see that opening range here. Okay. Let's see. What else do we got here? We got Amazon. Had that first initial two sell candles. Honestly, Amazon kind of looking like a little bit of a rally-based rally. Seeing what this, base candle looks like. Again, keeping an eye on SPY as well. SPY well below this pre-market low. So if we're looking from a strategy perspective, guys, Amazon looking decent. Again, got a good rally count. I want this base candle to happen on decreasing volume, which it kind of looks like it is. And then we might be able to take a stab at some Amazon puts. Again, so on Amazon, guys, I like the 240 puts. I like the 240 puts, okay, on Amazon. Looking like that rally-based rally that we've been discussing and talking about. So we've got just over 2 minutes left on this candle, so I'm kind of eyeing it here. I'm actually going to send it over to red one. One sec. Got this one. Perfect. Also, I saw that we sent out that tonight we were going to be doing a class at 6 p.m., like setting up an account. We're not going to be doing that. That's an error that was not supposed to be for this weekend. For those who want and have interest in that, we'll probably do something start of next week. It's just helping you kind of set up your account from this 3-day live challenge. So no class tonight. We'll send out an email that was not meant to be for tonight at 6 p.m. So again, just be aware that that's going to be sometime next week, most likely on Monday. Okay, so what I like about Amazon right now is, again, we have these two sell candles that are good strength, right? Big sell candles. You can see the candle volume from 1 to 2 both look really strong and good. Obvious downtrend happening in the market. So now I want to see this candle close more like a base candle because we can see this volume is relatively low, and I think it could be a good stab at some rally-based rally puts to the downside here, okay? Could be a good stab at some rally-based rally puts to the downside. Want to see how this candle closes here. It's a big strong candle, right? Obviously not a base, but Bridger, 35% on Apple. Awesome. That's great. Again, this is a little bit lower volume. I might be taking some Amazon. Again, I'm more than happy to take a few trades with you guys. This is more so just so you can see things happen, implement what we've talked about. I'm tempted to take this one because it is, resembling what we taught in our strategy to you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and enter here. Again, fill price. I mean, couldn't have gotten a worse fill if we're being honest. I was entering at 115, got in at 123. That's horrific. But here we go. Let's see if we can get a move down. Here we go. Wow, we're already up 22%. Let's see if we can get a push. If we can get a push down, could be something. You can see I'm already up 21% here on this position. As always, you guys, if you're in any of these trades, feel free to take profit at any point. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a push down here. Again, already up 20% on this position, guys. We are up 20%. Let's see if we can get a little flush down. Here we go. 25%, 28%. Again, if you take profit right now, which a lot of days I would, you would be break even on the day. Because again, we had a 25% loss to start the day. Profits now are right at 25%. So if you want to exit right here, you are going to be at break even on the day, which is fantastic. I'm trying to see with this rally-based rally setup if we can't get a little bit more of a push, see if we can't end the day in the green. Come on now. There's 30%. Tough to not take profit at 30%, guys. Let's see if we can get a little push down. Here we go. Here's a little bit of a push. 40%. Bang. We're out at 40%. Come on. Who took that with me? You kidding me? 40% move on Amazon. Who took that with me? Let's go. That is the perfect way to live trade with you guys. The perfect way. Because you guys just saw the reality of what trading is. So if you're here from the 3-day live challenge, that is what trading is. It's a small losing trade followed by a big winning trade, right? So we are a net 15% on the day because we had a 40% win and we had a 25% loss. Does that make sense? That's why your stop loss is so important. You don't have to be right every time. You just have to be right bigger than you're wrong. Okay, so if you're here, let's go through this real quick. Okay, let's go through this and break this down for those who have been on this live. So the strategy we taught in the 3-day live session was what? The rally-based rally. Well, again, we got that rally. This base started to occur on low volume. I entered close to those EMAs. I even got a bad fill. So I got 40% out of the move with a bad fill. That means a lot of you probably had 50, 60% on that move if you got filled with a better fill there. And then again, what I did is I held on to that knowing Fridays stocks move crazy fast. We don't need a big move to occur, right? But again, with some level of certainty, I said, hey, I think we're going to push down a little bit. And I took profit right as we got to the bottom of this 15-minute, what we call opening range, okay? Because that's the next key level. So we were essentially entered right here, moved down to here, and that tiny move gave us 40% return on the money that we invested, which is sick. So cool. So again, 40%. If you entered in with $100, that's $40. If you entered with $1,000, that's $400. If you entered with $10,000, you just made $4,000. The reason I love what we just saw today is number one, we implemented a strategy that you guys were taught. And then number two is this is risk management to a T, right? We had a small 25% loss, and then we had a bigger 40% win. That is profitable on the day with a 50% win rate. That's what we talk about, okay? As you guys can see, lots of members here making great money with us. This is kind of what we do. We don't do anything crazy. This is my only day live trading this week. Jaden and Wilson have also been live trading, which has been awesome this week. Let's go ahead and open it up to Q&A. I'm going to go ahead and send that link again. If you want to book a call and take part in our upcoming mastermind where I teach you how to do what we're doing here and what you're seeing these members do, where they are taking trades independent of me. And then, yes, they can follow along and take trades with me as well. If you want to learn how to do that, book a call. We'd love to give you more information about the Mastermind program coming up. But what questions do you guys have for me? Let's open it up. This could be anyone, from our 3-day life challenge, or if you're a Mastermind member, what questions do you have? Perfect day. That's the perfect day. You guys got to see a loss with disciplined stop loss, and you got to see a bigger win at 40%. Couldn't have asked for a better Friday live trading. But what questions do you guys have for me, if any? Let's open it up for a little Q&A, if any. And if you don't have questions, if you just want to share what you thought of this 3-day live class, I would love your feedback. Okay, so if you're here, um, what is the time commitment for the mastermind starting November 17th? 8 weeks. Yeah, so the quick schedule breakdown is starting on the 17th. We are going to have classes until the week of Christmas, okay, Monday through Friday in the morning before the market opens. The week of Christmas and the week of New Year's, we're taking off. There will be no classes because a lot of people have family stuff and holidays and everything. And then after that week of New Year's, we'll pick up and finish those last few weeks. So that's the commitment there. Remember, if you are a mastermind member, you get to take part in all future masterminds. We do 3 masterminds a year. So a lot of the people you see on this call, they're going to hop on the mastermind and go through it, which is very, very cool. Okay. We definitely record every single class just in case someone misses it. You get my personal cell phone number as a mastermind member, so you can text me with questions. We have weekend breakout sessions to have additional help. Very, very cool. Where do you know, where do you put in how much you're risking? I don't see it on there how it works. Yeah, so again, these are all things we go over in the mastermind program, but you change the quantity based on the price. So the price at $1.50, it's whatever that number is times 100. That's what it costs you to get in the trade. And then if you want 1, it's going to cost you 147. If you did 10, it's going to cost you 1,470. If you did 5, it's going to be half that, right? And again, we go into that very, very in-depth in the mastermind program. When you set up the trade, you're choosing red or yellow. What does that mean? It's just where I send to the active trader. Again, that's what we go over in our mastermind program. Do you record those classes? And yep, so we record everything. I'm still not confident in my own skills. How do I build that confidence aside from discipline? Mastermind. Like, get professionally trained. That's the biggest thing. If you are not confident in your own skills, keep going through the mastermind, keep getting help. I will help you identify your strengths and weaknesses. Rally-based rally on Amazon entry because of the decreasing volume. Yep. And just the overall market strength to the downside, right? A lot of weakness. We're in an obvious downtrend. As you guys remember, the trend is our friend. So, on this little pullback entry here, I thought, what, I think we can get a little bit more. And as you see, we didn't need that much more to get a 40% move, which is awesome. This is great. Thank you for your time. Absolutely. Also, I didn't get the recordings from the last 2 days. When will we be sent those? I don't know. I don't send those, but you will get sent the recordings from these classes. How do you pick the strike price? We go over all that in our mastermind program. That's exactly. I mean, we go over everything. We go over everything, Jackie. Mastermind is 100% worth it. Does Mastermind cover futures and options? It sure does. Futures and options. You get to learn with myself. And then futures analysts, we have one, which is a student, Mastermind student, now trader who makes 20,000 a week trading. Absolutely insane. He live traded this week with us all. He had 2 winning days, which is awesome. For people who've been trying to trade on their own for months or years but can't seem to stay consistent, what are the biggest differences you see in those who finally start winning once they join the mastermind? Well, I help them identify what's going on. A lot of times people don't even realize the stupid mistakes they're making because it's hard to self-identify, right? It's just like if you're lifting weights and you're doing it wrong, you're probably not going to know you're doing it wrong until what? Until someone tells you that you're doing it wrong. So I help you create a specific game plan. And again, how much understanding you just learned over these 3 days. Imagine what I can teach you in 8 weeks, right? Imagine what I can teach you in 8 weeks. So obviously the hands-on help, but then we teach it to where you will know everything I know during those 8 weeks. It's pretty remarkable. Why we're student taking a trade in the first or second candle? Because we have a first candle strategy. We actually have a strategy that we enter and exit a trade in the first candle. That's what we teach in the Mastermind program, right? Very, very cool. So literally, we have a strategy that is a 5-minute strategy. People make a living off of trading that first candle here at UET. Are you going fishing this week? Either later this week or early next week. I'm going to be linking up with UET Wilson. We're going to do some content and go after some big boys at some undisclosed locations. Should be a lot of fun. Do the strategy you teach transition well in the cryptocurrency market? Our strategies transition so well into any market that has candlesticks and has a price action chart. you can implement our strategies. On rally-based rally, are we most of the time looking for puts because of the lack of volume? No, rally-based rally totally depends on the initial rally, right? If we're in an uptrend, we're looking for calls. If we're in a downtrend, we're looking for puts. Today, we're obviously in a big downtrend, so that's why we're looking for puts. Could you share an example of someone who went from struggling to consistently profitable? B-Dub, take your pick. Go to Uncommon Education Trading is on Instagram. You'll see a lot of Instagram lives where I literally do Instagram lives with students who went through exactly what you just went through. But there's so many examples. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of people. Okay. Um, Circle Up is awesome. That's great. Can you learn on your own if you just purchase the Discord service? You can. It's a lot more difficult. It's a lot more difficult learning on your own. It's just like getting a personal trainer as opposed to going to the gym on your own. And you kind of have to learn the workouts yourself, and it's a lot harder than going to the gym trading, right? For me, you'd be crazy not to learn from someone who does it for a living because it's yeah, because it's very hard. Okay. Personal feedback. As I've been part of the community for the last 2 to 3 years, that strategy lessons taught are as real as it gets. The biggest struggles that I continue to have is because of my lack of following strategies or allowing myself to become emotional. The other thing that Chandler runs into, guys, is he works in door-to-door sales, which I used to do. And summers, he's taking 4 to 5 months off of trading every year. So it's very hard to be consistent when you're taking those big of breaks. And again, I totally know and get it because I was doing the same thing, especially if you're on the East Coast when the market opens in that space. So like he said, it's very, very true. The strategies, everything that we teach, it's real. It's just patience and discipline to follow those. I need to do a UET fishing trip. That would be awesome. Okay, so guys, whether you're a beginner, whether you have experience, anything, book a call, right? Because the mastermind is for beginners. The mastermind starts at literally square one, just like we did with this class, where it's like, cool, what is the stock market? We teach you how to set up your charts, your screens, the whole 9 yards. The mastermind is specifically for beginners. Okay. Some great questions that have come through. Great feedback. What other questions or thoughts you guys have? Anything else you guys want to go over while I'm here? Again, you guys saw the perfect example today, right? A 40% win, a 25% loss. I couldn't have drawn it up any better. That is trading. That is trading, right? Having your losses smaller than your wins. We want to have over a 50% win rate. You do that, you'll make money for the rest of your life. And you can see it doesn't take much. Pretty wild. And congrats to all those who are finding success and taking trades on their own as well. Any other questions? Again, guys, I would love to work with you guys if you have interest in our mastermind program. We do really cool financing options. We do really good, in-house financing. Obviously, we do discounts if you decide to pay in full. But it really is, this is such a life-changing skill set. If you're going to spend money on anything, I mean, I would say this, like, this is a skill that you will have forever, right? It's yours. Jeremy and Uncommon are the real deal. If you want to make this happen for you, they give you the sauce every day, or they give you every chance to do so. Awesome. Can you check SPY? Well, in a sec here. It's cool to see how happy teaching makes you. Yeah, I love teaching. How is options different from futures? Again, stock equity or shares, you buy into, a stock, right? You buy actual shares of that company that you believe in, hold on to it, hope it goes up. Options, you're essentially renting 100 shares and they discount the price, but they move super quickly. You can trade those individual ticker names. And then futures is you are trading overall markets. So you're trading a ticker that compromises, entire market sectors like the NASDAQ, the S&P 500. And you can trade with prop firms. We go over all of that in our mastermind programs, okay? How is option? Yeah, you sold me on the class with the gym and coach comparison. Yeah, I mean, it's just like anything, right? It's like, well, what's if you want to lose weight, is it going to be easier if you just have to cook all the meals yourself and you have to go work out yourself, or if you have a personal chef and a coach that helps you in the gym? Obviously, the latter. So I'm totally interested. Going to be signing up. Awesome. So again, I'm going to send here once more the book call link. We'd love to help you get set up there. I did the finance a year ago and it was really helpful. I recommend highly. It has helped me with discipline in and out of training. Violetta, great example. And someone asked, right? Someone who is struggling to profitability from the mastermind. Let's use Violetta. Let's use someone in the chat. Okay. Violetta, she probably doesn't like that I'm kind of calling her out right now, but she struggled to have consistency in the beginning. I remember it. She would trade with small amounts, but then she started to get really good with those small amounts. Then she took the mastermind program, really dove into it. And guess what? You guys saw she had a 46% winning trade this morning, right? Someone who has been consistent on these calls. Very, very, very cool. Let's see if you brilliantly decide to join. Kevin, thank you. Make sure you plan some time to incorporate feedback when you're in the first mastermind. It doesn't have to be tons of time, but it will take time. Yes, I agree. Just like anything, right? It takes time. What motivated you to make the jump to teaching? Honestly, it just kind of happened naturally. I had friends and family wanting to know like what I was doing, so I'd screen record videos, send them to friends, and those friends would Venmo me for these screen recorded videos. So that's how I was able to, kind of start. And I was like, well, I should probably set up some type of business. And here we are, a couple thousand students later, about to start our 14th mastermind. And I think that's the beauty of this, is it wasn't some desire for me to make money from teaching. It just kind of naturally became what it is. But Paul, so I've been a coach and teacher my whole life. So I coached right as I got out of high school sports. I served a church mission where I was a leader for a long time there. I was the VP of sales for a marketing company after being a sales manager for a number of years. So I've always been in a teaching kind of leadership role. And so it was an easy transition into this. Great investment, forever skill. Awesome. Thank you. Would you recommend your membership program for beginners? Ruben, the mastermind is for beginners. I can't stress this enough. The entire mastermind program is built for people who have no idea about trading, right? So if you want, it's like, hey, I don't know anything. Where do I start? The mastermind program. It's the last program you're ever gonna have to take. It's 500 really enough to get started within the mastermind? Yeah. Yes, Taryn, we actually recommend that you start with only 500 to 2,000. 2,000 is the max I want you to start trading with when trading in the mastermind. So 500, absolutely. A lot of people start with 500. I taught a few sports. I've been a baseball coach, a football coach, a lacrosse coach. I've done motivational speaking events for different groups and teams. I present to universities. Just about 2 weeks ago, I presented to a like a master's MBA business class on options trading, which is hilarious because I'm a college dropout. I'm sitting there teaching all these graduate students how to, what the stock market is and options trading. That was pretty cool. I knew very little about the market before doing the mastermind. I've learned so much, totally worth the investment in yourself. I knew nothing. I took Jeremy's last mastermind. I took 2 trades on SPY yesterday, calls for 30%, puts for 50%. Brody, another great example, a recent mastermind member who's killing it. Guys, the mastermind's so fun. And if you're here listening to all this, look at how cool our community is, right? Forget the lifelong skill. Forget the fact that we just made crazy money in 15 minutes or whatever it was. This community, imagine waking up feeling like you feel right now every single day. And that's what our goal is, right? We want to create a vibrant community of like-minded people who, understand and realize the abundance mentality, chasing freedom above all else. It's a really, really cool community. So if you're looking to make a change in your life, I'm telling you, the Mastermind is a program that you'll be very, very pleased with doing. What is the reason for wanting people to start with 500, not 2, 3, 400? No reason. 500, that's where you can have Chad. Yes, Chad, physically attractive. Chad is definitely that, 100%. Very attractive male. What is the reason? Well, 500 really gives you the flexibility to trade, all the stocks we're looking at. If you only start with 200, just it's going to be a little bit tougher. Okay. Just took profit both plays. Awesome. I know. Look at this move, guys. Again, don't tell me you can't accurately predict which way a stock's going to go. Don't tell me. Because I know you can, because we do it every day. Great questions, guys. Again, last time here. Oh, well, would you look at that? Let's take a look at Apple. You guys remember Apple where we took calls right here? We just got in a little bit early, but guess what? We were right. We were right. It did, in fact, go up. Relative strength. Again, you can't predict what's going on. Day trading is gambling. Well, I beg to differ, as would everyone on this call. Okay, guys. Well, I think that's great. I think all the questions have come through. Really appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for taking part in this 3-day live challenge. As always, for our members, if you had profits or on the profits channel, If you're from this 3-day life challenge, I want to thank you for spending your time with me. Again, very rarely do I offer free stuff like this. So it's always fun to get people access. Again, seeing a live trading session happen for free, very, very cool. If you want to take part in our upcoming mastermind, you see I keep putting in the link to book a call. Just do it, right? Get information. You don't. We're not a high pressure sales team. We're really not. I will whenever I'm on the call with people, I'm like, hey, you want to do this? Great. If you don't, cool. I don't care. Right? We're gonna fill up regardless. There's so much need for this and demand for it. So again, take a call in a low pressure environment. Learn about what we have to offer. Again, you are getting some really good feedback from people, right? In this call, like these are real people. These are not paid actors. These are real people. My call appointment keeps getting canceled. Zoom user, I don't know who you are, but send your number to me. If you go into the chat and it says to instead of everyone, send it to Jeremy Lieber, and I will make sure that you get contacted personally. Okay. Brindy, there you go. No pressure. Let's see. For the average beginner going through your program, how long does it usually take to grow your account by double? That's kind of a loaded question. We don't really view it in that way. We tell you that by the end of the mastermind, you should be consistently finding plays and setups to make money, right? You might have errors and mistakes with discipline, but you should be able to start profiting before the mastermind even ends. Um, Okay, guys. Well, hey, really appreciate you guys being here. Again, Apple, we got stopped out. It did end up going the direction we want. So that was one that we accurately predicted. Amazon, rally-based rally straight from our 3-day live that we watched. You can see gave us a nice little move down, which on a Friday, we don't need much. We got that 40% win, which is awesome. And I got a terrible fill. It should have been a 50% win, but that's okay. Um, and then again, tonight, there's going to be no class at 6 p.m. It's my fault. I wasn't planning on it, and it was just a miscommunication. Totally my fault. So if we have that class to talk about setting up your account, that'll be next week. We never do that usually with these. So we we're gonna do something next week, but we're not doing anything tonight. So you're saying Apple went up instead of down? Yep, it did go up, right? And that's what we wanted it to do. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and send that link one more time so you guys can book a call again. Sorry for whoever said your call keeps getting canceled. I don't know why that's the case. We'll make sure that's not the case. So please send me your number or even on Instagram. Okay, if that keeps happening, just DM me on Instagram, my personal Instagram, Jeremy Lieber. Okay, the real trader Jeremy or Jeremy Lieber, shoot me a DM. I'll make sure that we contact you. But again, guys, really appreciate you guys being here for this 3-day live challenge for free. Amazing. What an end to the day. Thanks to all the mastermind members sharing your feedback, your profits from the day. It's so fun and exciting. And I hope you have an amazing weekend. Again, a lot of you are now done for the day. You get to go enjoy your day. Amazing, right? You get to go enjoy your day, right? How cool is that? You are done before most of your friends are even heading into work. And that's the ultimate goal, right? It's freedom. And that's what I'm looking for as well, continually chasing it. So thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate your time. If you have questions, feedback, comments, concerns, anything, you can reach out, DM me directly. Okay, if you took part, DM me directly. I'm going to put my Instagram handles in here so you can DM me if you need anything or if you have questions. Okay, Jeremy Lieber and the Real Trader Jeremy on Instagram. Appreciate you guys. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned some good info. And to everyone who profited, congrats. Can't wait to see you guys blowing up the Profits channel. Then D, let's get you going. Let's get you rock and rolling. Let's get you in this mastermind. Let's make it happen. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it. Look forward to chatting with you guys hopefully this weekend. For those who are interested in the mastermind, again, happy to go over everything in a low pressure sales call. Just kind of give you the info and let you make a decision. Would love to work with you. Obviously, I think that we have a good time and we do it the right way here at UET. So thanks for being here. Awesome work this morning. Great job, guys. And I'll plan on seeing you guys on Monday. So appreciate it. Have a great weekend, guys. Later.